Hello, future developers. So, welcome to the continuation of our web development program. That's the card component, okay, video card component. So, in our previous lesson, we were able to actually center or position this, okay, this particular container, and then we set the background colors to the colors you see here. So, now what we want to do is to actually start working on some of the text like this, and then probably maybe this, and then, or even all of them, okay. So, now let's start with our sub, or should we use a subtext? Let's use the, let's start with, let me see the class that we have. So we have, okay, we have the right info. So let's start with the title. Okay, so the title I'm going to do dot right info, and that's called info. And I'm going to target hash. I'm going to target our title. So the title, okay, remember we have the right info, and then we have the title. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is to actually work on the styling. So I'm going to give it a color. Then the color, I'm going to give it a color value of hash 0 f6 d 5a 5a, sorry, 5a. Okay, so this color code, and now would work on the font size. So the font size, I'm going to set to 40 px. You can use these values directly, em and the likes, but I'm using px. Okay, and then now let's work on styling. Should we do that for this, or we should do this first? Okay, so let's do that of the this one. Okay, so this one is an h2 tag. I think it's the only h2 tag here. So this one, okay, which is keys text. So I'm going to type h2, and then I'm going to give it a font size of small. Okay, yes, I can see it's become small. Then I'll give it a margin of 15 px. So margin of 15 px. Remember, I can use the R, is it rem and then em. Okay, I'm using pixels. And then let's try, or let's do, give it a color. So a color of let's use hash. Let's give it 848585. Okay, and let's give it a margin bottom. So margin bottom of 20. Okay, so I gave it a margin bottom of 20 ps because if we start resizing things here, okay, it would come down. So we would want to just size it, work on the margin first. Okay, so now let's do more. So remember, we have a class called more. Okay, so more, okay, which is for our link here. Okay, our link, which is a learn more. So I'm going to do, it's a class, so more dot more. Then I'm going to give it a color of let's use should be the same. I think this should be this. Okay, and then we'll give it a text decoration. So text decoration, we want to take this underline, okay, the line out. So text decoration, we'll set it to none. Okay, so we don't want it. Okay. Okay, so now let's work on our subtext. So let's see what is the subtext. So the subtext, so that's the class. So subtext, okay, subtext, okay, Lauren, which is this text. So you want to work on that. So let me just copy it. So subtext. Now go to my main.css. It's a class with dots, and then I'll paste it here. Then I'm going to give it a color of let's use this. Okay. And then I'll give it a line height of 2. Okay. Better still, let me do 1.5, 1.5. Okay. And then let's give it a font size. I think we've done a font size. Okay, font size. A font size of let's use 15px. Okay. Then we'll do margin, margin top. So margin top, I'll give it to 15px. Okay. And then let me change it to 2. Let's do 2. Okay. And then let's target the font family. Let's work on the font family. So the font family, I'll go with Verdana. Okay. This. Okay. Let's see how it looks. Okay. So yeah, we are taking shape, or UI is taking shape. Okay. So let's set here to 1.5. 1.5. Okay, that's fine. And then now would want to work on this. I think this should be our last. Okay, so um, let's do it in our next lesson. So in the next lesson, we'll learn to style these. Okay, thank you, and then I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you.